Okay. Uh, Sorry for the wait, guys. I had something pop up. So the Leviathan. The Leviathan takes place in the book of Job. Like it's a beast mentioned in the book of Job. Well, primarily in the book of Job. There's other things, including like Isaiah, Psalms, but there's an entire chapter in the book of Job. So the book of Job. Let's go over before we actually talk about it. Like talk about the Leviathan. So God holds a meeting praising Job, and then Satan tells God that Job only respects him because of his riches. Satan tempts Job, and like he resists, and then that process repeats. But instead of like his riches and his children, he just attacks Job directly. And Job's wife and friends, but like one who shows up at the end gives Job bad advice. But Job still praises God, but he eventually sins, and then God condemns Job. And Job 40 is the primary source of the Leviathan. So this is like so Job takes place in the east. Most people think it happened. Uh, Most people think it happened after the flood. So this is the place of Israel, or some scholars think, and some people think it can be anywhere in Asia. So the revelation theory for what the Leviathan is the beast from the sea in Revelation, and it's evil. But that kind of but the description of the beast is nowhere near the same as the Leviathan. Let me give you some examples. Like so, the beast of the sea. I'm probably gonna do that in another video. Uh, uh, it it has like 7 heads, 10 horns, and more. Wait 1 sec. Okay. So so like also another thing is that it comes at the end of time, and God is actually proud of the Leviathan in the book of Job 40. Some examples of this, and some of the examples I'll just read Job 40, like so you can see a ton of the description of the Leviathan, but the description of the sea, of the beast of the sea, has like 7 heads. Has it's like a hybrid of 10 different animals, and it's about pure evil. So, kind of, I mean, when it says God is part of the Leviathan, that's only unique to the book of Job, because the other Psalms and Isaiah both say it's evil, but that is mostly that is mostly talking about the Leviathan spirit. Because if you guys have ever heard that Satan is just copies and it's not creative, he kind of did that with the Leviathan, creating the Leviathan, the spirit, which is not to be confused with the actual Leviathan. So Job 41 to 24 says, The Lord said to Job, Will the one who contends with the Almighty correct him? Let him who accuses answer him. Then Job answered, uh, sorry, sorry, it's actually Job 41. Sorry, I got that. Can you pull in the Leviathan with a fish hook, or tie down its tongue with a rope? Can you put a cord through its nose, or pierce its jaw with a hook? Will it keep begging for you for mercy? Will it speak to you with gentle words? And it's just like, and some of the actual descriptions are, it has a row of shields tightly sealed together. Each is so close to the next that no air can pass between. They are joined fast to one another. They can cling and cannot be parted. So that's describing its scales. Another one is flame streams from its mouth, sparks of fire shoot out, smoke pours from its nostrils, as from a boiling pot of a burning meat. So that describes fire and from its mouth and scales. The scales can also just mean armored skin. So here are some descriptions of the beast in Revelation, like which kind of do not match with description we're used to. One description we're used to is the crocodile. I mean, it's a crocodile. Egyptians. So before we go into that, uh, most people think it would be the Dinosuchus out of any crocodile, cause it is like it's the biggest one. So they just assume it's Dinosuchus. eh, And the only thing against it is that Egyptians hunted crocodiles. Also, if he was all the way to the east, or depends on where he is in Asia, crocodiles wouldn't even be there. But also wouldn't most sea animals, so kind of just a fact if you didn't know. Uh, so here's a like story about them. I don't read hieroglyphics. Don't know anybody does, so these ever just tell me in the comments. Uh, and here's an illustration of a Dinosuchus. The whale theory. It's a whale. Uh, So the whale that it says it's like a Leviathan, it was named by they actually fun fact, they actually were gonna call it a Leviathan. The more you know. Uh, so they but the only reason they didn't is because uh the it was too biblical. You're never gonna hear that word again from a scientist. So yeah, it was just too biblical for them, and like scientists could estimate that it could literally just devour the amygdala. So out of the things, like most scientists say would be most related to the sperm whale, which is already just deadly enough as it is. If you don't know, the sperm whale is a whale that is a carnivore, can literally eat what people used to call the kraken, like the giant squids and colossal squids. So they're already just strong enough, and like the estimates is for the Leviathan's like 70 to 90 feet long. It depends on which scientist you ask. Some even say 60. It just depends on where sources. And also, guess what mentions a whale in Jonah? Some translations say fish. There's no there's no fish that's no mouth of fish is gonna just hold a human there for 3 days. Sorry to bust your bubble, but okay, let me. Some of the only fish mouths that can hold a human is either a whale shark or a a megalodon. First off, the megalodon's not just gonna have a human there floating in his mouth for 3 days. Another theory is that uh like also the whale shark it Like it's a full torpedo. It's not just gonna swallow a human. Also, some people say he died inside the fish, so that can explain it. But like, it doesn't actually say that. I mean, that's a fun theory though, and that would actually make the fish kind of chill. But the Leviathan is the actual one that can have him alive in his mouth. That is the blue whale, but the blue whale is still torpedo. So yeah, some huge foam molluscan, but I mean, it's just a giant sperm whale. And that's the end. Half the time. Any Q&A? No? Okay. By the way, I might create some animated music videos. So, bye.